And we're back with another exciting decode. Tonight, I bring you It, Derry Decoded, Chapter 1. So let's get into it. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. This video will be for entertainment purposes only. This is my opinion. Please do not mess with my video. If you enjoy content like this, you're definitely going to want to like, share, and follow, but only if you're interested. So you may be familiar with Stephen King's It. It started with the novel. There's been many movie adaptations, film adaptations. Recently, HBO did a show called It, Welcome to Derry. So, two people have passed that have played characters. And Eddie Casbrack was one of the characters, played by James Ransome, who passed away in December. Joan Gregson played Mrs. Kirsch, and she passed away back in June. I believe June 6th on 6/6. So Joan Gregson, she was born in 1933, Paris, France. She passed away June 6th in Ontario, Canada. Her full name is Joan Elizabeth Gregson. It's believed that she passed away from cancer. And she starred in It Chapter 2, and she also made an appearance in It, Welcome to Derry, the HBO show. James Ransome, I believe he was in It Chapter 2. So James Ransome, the American actor, best known for his role as Ziggy Sabatka in the HBO series The Wire, and Eddie Casbrack in It Chapter 2, passed away by that on December 19, 2025, at the age of 46. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner confirmed the cause of his unaliving as that by that. Ransome was born on June 2nd, 1979, that will make him a Gemini, in Baltimore, Maryland, and had a career spanning from 2001 to 2025. His final television appearance was in a season 2 episode of Poker Face, which aired in June 2025. Interesting that his last TV episode aired in June, and that's the same month that Joan passed away. But he was survived by his wife, Jamie McPhee, and their 2 children. In 2021, Ransome publicly shared that he had been abused by a former tutor in 1992, which he said contributed to lifelong struggles with alcohol and addiction, as well as multiple attempts on his life. He had been sober since 2006 and reported the abuse to police in 2020, though no charges were pursued. Tributes poured in from colleagues and fans, including actors Wendell Pierce, Spike Lee, and Madeline McGraw, who described him as a beautiful soul. His wife launched a fundraiser on mental illness in his memory. So It, Welcome to Derry premiered on October 26, 2025. It was a good show. I hate to say it was a good, well, I don't hate to say, but it was a good show. And I watched the show prior to hearing about any of this information, but, and they had a really good season finale also. But, it's really crazy though, like this decode, but let's continue. So like I said, Joan Gregson passed away back in June. She was 92 years old. I was unable to find her birthday. So right out the gate, we can see that first line is 67 and Pennywise the Clown is 76. We can see that first line also happens to be 257 and how James passed away is 275. We can see that first line is 86 and Pennywise the Clown is 86. October 26, 2025, the date that It, Welcome to Derry, the television show premiered on HBO, is 68. And we can also see how James passed away once again is 86. Not to mention, October 26, 2025 is also 74 in reverse reduction, and once again how James passed is 47. So here we can see June 6 is 64 in the reverse cipher. That second line happens to be 46 in the reduction cipher. Interesting how that second line is also 73, which you're going to see in a minute. And going back to the It, Welcome to Derry premiere date, October 26, 2025, is 146 in reverse. And Friday, December 19th, 2025, That was the day that James passed away, is 146. So it is 29 in the ordinal. The day that Joan Gregson passed away, June 6, 2025, also happens to be 29 in reduction, and she was age 92. It is 11 in reduction, and Friday, December 19, 2025, the day that James passed, is 101 in reduction. So here we can see the day that Joan Gregson passed, Friday, June 6, 2025, is 65 in reduction. Stephen King is 56 in reduction. June 6, 2025, the day that Joan Gregson passed, is 65. December 19, the day that James passed, is 56. Friday, June 6, 2025, going back to her passing date, is 172, and her name, Joan Gregson, is also 172. Friday, June 6, 2025 is 73. We just saw that 73. And also, once again, the day that she passed is also 73 and 37. So it also happens to be 25 in reverse. And it looks like Stephen King is 52 in reverse reduction. And Casbrack, Eddie Casbrack, that was the character that James played, is also 25. If we look at the days between the date that Joan Gregson passed away up until the day that James passed away is exactly 28 weeks. And also note that both days was a Friday. And Friday, I believe, is equal to 63 or 36 for your 3 6s. But I digress. Interesting how this was exactly 28 weeks. Interesting, because June 6th, that was the day that Joan Gregson passed, happens to be 28 in reverse reduction. But I wonder how James plays into that 28. So 28 weeks happens to be 91 in the ordinal. James passed away December 19th. So that's how James is connected to the 28 weeks. So we have linked James to the 28 weeks because he passed on December 19th, and 28 weeks is 91 in the ordinal. And we linked Joan Gregson to the 28 weeks because June 6th, the day that she passed, is 28 in reverse reduction. That's a crazy, crazy coincidence, but it doesn't stop there with the 28 weeks, because as we can see, 28 weeks is also 46 in reduction, and we can see that June 6th also happens to be 64, and we can see that this word is 46. And 28 weeks is also 100 in reverse, and we can see that this word is also 10. And 28 weeks is also 55 in reverse reduction, and we can see that this word is also 55. Well, that was another exciting decode, and we've just scratched the surface, because tomorrow I will be bringing you guys Derry Decoded Chapter 2. Now, tomorrow we're going to get into how their birthdays and how Stephen King's birthday plays into the passing, along with the release date of the latest It installment, It Welcome to Derry, which I believe has already been renewed for another season, if I'm not mistaken. So you're definitely going to want to like, share, and follow, because you never want to miss anything. And once again, TikTok, this video was my opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please do not mess with my video. Until next time.